Ladies and gentlemen, F1 fans and fellow motorsport enthusiasts, I'm here to talk about some major changes coming to our beloved sport. Formula One is constantly evolving, and today we're diving into some of the most controversial updates that CEO Stefano Domenicali has recently elaborated on, changes that have sparked debates among fans and drivers alike, and one in particular that's got everyone talking reverse grids. Yes, you heard that right, reverse grids. Imagine this in the sprint races. Instead of the fastest drivers starting at the front, they're flipped to the back. The top 8 or 10 drivers, depending on the final decision, would be reversed on the grid. So, your pole sitter? They're starting 10th or 8th. This opens the door to some drivers potentially gaming the system, going slower on purpose to get a better starting position for the sprint. It's a radical shift that not everyone is happy about, and with the increased number of sprint races Domenicali is pushing for, we could see some real pushback from the drivers. Now, speaking of sprint races, let's talk numbers. Domenicali wants to up the ante from 6 to 8 sprints. While some drivers like Max Verstappen and Lando Norris have expressed their concerns, arguing that we shouldn't overdo it, Domenicali is determined. He believes that these sprint events are a huge draw for fans, bringing more excitement and energy to the F1 weekend. But that's not all, there's more on the horizon. Formula One is looking to expand its global footprint, with talks of adding a new race in Africa. Yes, after more than 30 years, F1 might finally be returning to the continent, with Rwanda emerging as a serious contender. A new street circuit could be joining the calendar, but this raises a big question: could a traditional race, like the iconic Spa, be dropped to make room? This is where the tension really builds. Imagine Spa, a track steeped in history, being replaced. It's a tough pill to swallow for many hardcore fans, and it's a move that could lead some to turn away from the sport they love, feeling that F1 is shifting from a competitive race series to a mere spectacle. Lewis Hamilton has voiced his support for a race in Africa, sharing his dream of competing there before he retires. But the big question remains: at what cost will this expansion come? Will we have to say goodbye to legendary tracks that have defined the sport? Formula One is on the brink of some big changes, and it's clear that not all of them will sit well with everyone. But as always, this sport is about pushing boundaries and evolving. So, what do you think? Are these changes good for the future of Formula One, or could they be a step too far? Let us know in the comments below, and while you're at it, don't forget to check out the next video on your screen.